Hey, it's Rhianna. Good morning. Welcome back to the weekend vlog. Oh my gosh, guys. It is like a little bit after 8 o'clock on Saturday, and Jonathan hasn't left for work yet because we were out last night until just before, I think we got home at like 2:45. He literally went straight upstairs and went to bed. I had to like let Milo out and stuff like that, but I was in bed and asleep by 3 o'clock. Last night was our friend Amanda's birthday party, and she had like a pool party, like crawfish boil at her house. So they live about 45 minutes away from us. Everyone lives so far away from us. It's not like we live like anywhere like out in the middle of nowhere. That's how big Houston is. Like, for those of you who aren't local, like that's the best way to describe Houston, is everybody is like an hour away from you. Like, always. Just always know that you have to drive like an hour. I totally just put y'all on the tripod because my arms are tired. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that like this past week I've been doing super good, like doing intermittent fasting and all that. I've been testing my blood glucose because I'm trying to figure out like what spikes, what gives me like insulin spikes and stuff like that, which, guess what? Spoiler alert, nothing does. Nothing spikes my insulin. Every single time I test it, it's like in normal range. Like, it's crazy. My battery's fixing to die. Hold on. I don't really know very much about it. I'm still like in the learning process, but I feel like that's a really good sign, because every single time I have tested my blood on something that like I've heard gives people an insulin response, like the sugar-free chocolates from Russell Stover's, like that people have like these spikes and stuff like that. Like, that one did spike me a little bit, but it literally was still within the normal range, like normal, like not even, like it didn't even go above 100. Oh, I hate doing this part. Okay, now we're getting a high reading. So I drank last night, so I'm not surprised to see that. And that's exactly what I was like gonna say, was that I'm sure that alcohol will give me a spike. And I'm a little bit upset with myself because I didn't want to, and I'm a social drinker, and something just made a weird noise and I'm not sure what it was. I think it might have been my computer. Anyways, I'm like such a social drinker, and I had like, I mean, it's an embarrassing amount of shots. I mean, it was vodka, so I didn't get drunk because for some reason I don't get drunk off of vodka. And then because I was drinking, I did eat a little bit of carbs because like I don't want to die. But I really, as far as like the carb wise, I'm not too upset with myself. I had like a handful of chips, so it's not like I ate like on a binge or anything like that. I'm gonna fast today. I'm going to a party at my grandparents' house, so I'm gonna fast until I get there. At least I'm gonna try to fast as long as possible. So we were out last night until, like I said, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Guess who has to work today? So how smart was staying out till 3 when you have to go to work the next day? And you're in your 30s.
You know what I said? Shut up.
You're not in your 20s anymore.
I'm still up. I'm still going to work.
Hey, that's better than half your crew.
I know.
They would have called in. Oh yeah, I didn't tell y'all. So Amanda's husband is Chris.
I need that directly in my veins.
You need the coffee in your veins?
Yes.
Chris loves John so much. Like, he's a beer drinking, you know, blue collar country boy, and he just loves him some John.
Yeah, he does.
Like, every time they hang out, he's like, I love you, man.
It's because every time we hang out, he's drunker than shit.
Yeah, he's super drunk. But that's what I was saying, like, he's a beer drinking, you know, like, country boy, but he loves having someone that he can talk shop. Yeah.
Where's my keys? Anybody know where my keys are?
Yes.
Where?
They're in my car.
Okay.
Anyways, so I just wanted to tell y'all that because it's hilarious. Like, he loves John so much. It's adorable. When we were leaving, he was like, I love you.
Lord have mercy.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
I am leaving the house. I'm headed to Leak City to go to the pool party. But I think I'm gonna leave my camera, this camera here, and I'm just gonna take my GoPro. Because I really just don't want to have to keep up with this one. But I'm already running late because I couldn't find the canopy and I couldn't find the GoPro. So I need to go. So I will see y'all at the pool. I just got back home from the party at my grandparents' house. I ended up not going and seeing my grandpa because when I was in the pool hanging out, my face started to feel funny and I ended up having an allergic reaction to something. And I kind of still feel it a little bit, like in my ears, but like from my ears across my face like this was all swollen. My lips were all swollen, and like my ears felt funny. And I was like, I went to go change. I was like, I have to get out of the pool, and like went and changed my clothes, and I could see it as soon as I got in the bathroom. I could like see my face, and then so I packed up my car and started heading home, and I called Jonathan. I told Jonathan. And actually Crystal had said that I should take a Benadryl before I left. And I was like, I don't wanna. But then I was talking to Jonathan and he was like, please stop somewhere and take a Benadryl. So I took a Benadryl. Like I couldn't even, my face was so swollen, like my face and my lips like right here, that like I couldn't smile. Like it felt like it was pressing my skin to smile. Or like bring my lips in like that.
Yeah.
Which is actually still kind of tight whenever I do that, but looks like the swelling has pretty much gone down. So yeah, I just came straight home. I thought like maybe I had like a really, really bad sunburn, but it doesn't, I don't really look sunburnt, so I don't think that's what it was.
No, you ate something that didn't agree with you.
I had a weird allergic reaction, so, but I'm home. I don't know if we're gonna be doing anything this evening, but if we do anything, I will be sure to check back in with y'all. Otherwise, you'll probably see me tomorrow morning. Good Sunday morning. We are getting up and moving. I basically went to bed after I wrapped up that last clip. I sat on the couch with Jonathan. I made dinner. Like I heated up some chicken tenders in the air fryer, ate, and fell asleep. So we're actually fixing to go out into the front yard and do some yard work. Just finished in the front yard and Jonathan sprayed everything down with like, what was it called? It was like,
I don't know.
it was some sort of like long-term kill stuff. So
Kill stuff that you don't want.
hopefully that'll start. It may not kill it all like the first round.
Yeah.
But we'll get back out there in a couple of weeks, rip up some more, spray it down again, and hopefully by next year.
That's a long game, man.
Yeah,
Long game.
but hopefully by next year we're getting rid of those things. We just don't like them.
They're ugly.
Lots of people have them in their yard. They're very popular
And this neighborhood especially.
in this neighborhood, but we just don't particularly like them.
Nope.
Um, So Jonathan is grinding up some coffee beans. We're fixing to have some coffee. And I actually got a package from Erin Does the Keto. And I was gonna open it with y'all, if I can, one-handedly. I don't even know everything that's in here, because I know she was sending me some Ultima. I see some Zip Fizz. I see some Chumps. Okay, hold on. Wow. Alright, so we got, goodness, 4 Chomps.
Oh yeah.
We got, what is this? Cranberry,
Ew.
Italian style, and original turkey.
Ooh. Nice.
And then a whole bunch of the Ultimas, which is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So she sent me a whole bunch of Ultimas. And then she asked if I ever tried Zip Fizz. I said no. And so she sent me a bunch of Zip Fizz, which I'm really excited about, because this is one of those things that, like, I see a bunch of ketoers using, and I was curious, and I didn't have to buy them. That was everything.
Sweet.
Thank you, Erin. I can't wait to try the Zip Fizz. And while we were in the front yard, we actually took Milo out there. It's the first time he's ever been in the front yard. Of course, I had him on a leash because he doesn't run away. He's not one of those type of dogs, but he's a squirrel chaser. And there are a lot of squirrels in our neighborhood. And so I didn't want him to, like, dart off and, like, run in the street trying to chase a squirrel and, like, get hit by a car, or just keep running forever. So he's like looking at you, what? Where am I going? But he did really good. So I do eventually want to have him where, like, maybe not off leash entirely in the front yard, because in my opinion, that's risky. I do want to eventually try him on one of those ones that, like, has, like, lots of, like, leash basically, and you, like, stake it into the ground. That's what I want to get him up to in the front yard for whenever working in the front.
1, 2, 3.
I think the next thing we're gonna do is run up to Lowe's. He wants to get something for the yard.
Look at it.
Something that'll make the grass green or something like that. It's a fertilizer for the yard. So
Natural fertilizer, so you can throw down as much as you want. Doesn't matter.
all right, guys and gals, it's like 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's 4:01, and we went to Lowe's and we picked up some stuff for the house. And then I actually, remember I was telling y'all last night that I think I was having an allergic reaction to the ant bites? I kind of had like a little bit of a, like it like came back a little bit this afternoon. So I took another Benadryl. All right, got it? Got it. All right, so I was just telling the vlog about my allergic reaction. So I took another Benadryl and then took a short nap. And now we're gonna go have old people dinner? Supper?
Supper.
We're gonna go have supper at Gringo's. We got our chips, our low carb chips. How's your weekend going, babe?
It's going good. Got a lot of work done on the yard this morning. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I told him that we went to Lowe's, and then we got your fertilizer for the yard, and we also picked up some hand tools to help us with digging up the roots to that stuff.
Digging up my fingers sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's so deeply rooted in there. It was like real hard to get in there.
Yeah. Honestly, to get rid of that stuff, we're gonna have to dig up those flower beds and just redo them.
Well, I'm hoping that we can slowly like
eradicate them.
Yeah, get rid of them without having to do that. But,
yeah.
You should go ahead and check and see if we need to get in line.
Yeah.
Online.
Okay. So I can leave the glass.
Dinner was delicious. I got the Polo Morisco. So good. Nice and content. I did pretty good. I didn't eat any tortillas. I only had a couple chips, and I did not get an ice cream on the way out, which here lately haven't been so good about. But I think Jonathan is fixing to water the yard. So this is one of the things that we picked up at Lowe's that Jonathan was telling me about that he wanted. It's some sort of fancy sprinkler head thing. He's installing it right now. Basically, it's got all these different nozzles, and you can adjust them each individually. So like this one will spray 20 feet, you got 12 feet, 14 feet, whatever. So he's gonna try to set it up to do the backyard now. So this was a bust. So this is the Orbit Specialty Perfect Pattern, and it does not work very well. Good concept, but poor execution, unfortunately. So he's got his regular little sprinkler set back up. It didn't hardly get, like this one gets pretty much the whole yard, and that thing just like had like maybe like a 12-foot.
12 to 15-foot circle run.
But on here it says 30 feet.
Yeah, my ass.
Definitely not 30 feet. So, all's well. We tried. I know. We'll be returning it. Lane is rude.
Right?
So I'm gonna wrap it up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button. See y'all guys next time. Bye.